Welcome, friends. Let's take just a moment and let's look at Amplify Classroom and how to get started actually creating your own things. One of the things I've always loved about Amplify Classroom, it is a place where I can create anything that I want to use for instruction. And there's so many new features and there's so many new things, but let's get started with just how to begin creating one. And so I'm here at the Amplify Classroom homepage. You'll see all sorts of different things. You may even be at the homepage here. And of course, to get started, you'll need to go to Amplify Classroom. But from your homepage, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down here where it says featured and popular. That is a place where our new and free activities and community activities will appear. And if I click on it, notice it takes me back to that page that we started on. We'll see a variety from the most popular to Polypad, which if you haven't played with that, I would highly recommend you do, to our featured activities. We had just released some fall activities, as well as some featured collections, and even an opportunity to kind of explore by grade level. I'm going to come over here where it says view all. And I'm going to see how to get started. I'm going to see explore by grade. I can even explore by subject or even explore by things in the community. And what the things that I can do is I can take anything that's been created and put out there and actually make it my own. And so I'm going to show you how to do that here. So I'm just going to click on this one, the most taught community authored lessons. So these are folks that have made things and posted it out in the community. I'm going to click on some of these. Let's just click on this one right here. And if it is something that can be edited, you'll see these three dots up here at the top right. I can click on these three dots and I can hit copy and edit, which means I can take this activity that somebody else created it. I can make whatever tweaks or changes I want to it and make it my own. So I'm going to do that. I like this one. I'm going to use it. I'm going to hit copy and edit. And so suddenly now I am inside Activity Builder, which is this great place where I can build or create anything I want. Before we actually go into and look at all the different pieces of it, let's just take a couple things that I like and let's put them into one. That's one of the beauties of it. You don't have to make anything. You can just pick and choose from places that you like and add it into other ones. So I've made this copy of this activity, which means the original one remains. I've made my own copy. Over here at the top right, there's a plus button. That's going to allow me to add an additional screen. So I'm going to hit plus, and notice right here, boom, I got an additional screen added to screen two. And I'm just going to slide it over here and put it in front. So it is now the first screen in this activity. And so I've got this blank screen, and I'm not going to create anything here just because I don't really want to. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back to that homepage where we were at. So I'm going to go back over here. And I noticed when we were scrolling through kind of our featured, we've got these starter screens. So let's add in an additional starter screen. Let's take a screen from here. Let's move it over into the custom one I was just building and basically create a new activity that preserves the old one, but just adds a new and additional screen for it. So here's screens for checking in. I love this one with the robot. It's just delightful. Students can slide the dot and the robot's face changes and they can drop in more information. But you'll notice up here at the top left, it says copy this screen. So I'm going to hit copy it. And when I do, notice it says copy, now paste into Activity Builder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where I was in that copy of that other activity, which is still back on this other tab. And then I'm going to paste it in here. For me, it's the Command V, whatever your paste command is. And notice that entire screen is now in this activity. I didn't have to create anything. I didn't have to make anything. I just took the best of what was out there, combined them together into one activity that I can now use with students. And now when I'm finished, I can go over here and hit publish, that button. And now I have created a new activity. Notice at the top, it says copy of whatever that activity was. If I was back in here where I was editing my activity, I could change the name of it up here at the very top if I wanted to. I could change the details, all that type of stuff on top of it. Maybe I don't want it to say copy of, whatever you want to change it to. I'm just going to leave it here, but you get the gist. You can also change the name of it as you're doing it. So I'm going to go backward and hit publish again. It has created this copy. And now notice I have the original activity and I have that new screen that I added to it. And now I'm ready to assign it to my students. Now, the one question is, we took this, we made our own copy of it, we added screens. Where does it live? Where does it exist? Well, all your things are going to live over here on the left side in your kind of this bar over here. And notice one of them says My Stuff. So if I come over here to My Stuff and Custom Activities, that is where this activity will live. That is the one I just created right here. It's up here at the very top. If I wanted to, I could hit the plus and make a new collection and collect the ones that I make for custom. But here's the activity I made. I took something that somebody else built, I added a starter screen to it, and now I have my own version of it. And if I want to, too, I can also share this activity out with other fellow educators if they want to use it. So hopefully that gives you a brief look into taking one screen from another one, adding it to another activity, and where it'll exist for you and where it will remain until you decide to do something with it or assign it to other students. So here it is again. And thank you for taking this moment to just look at what it looks like to actually add a screen in and with another activity.